also wanted to make sure that we took at least a second to check in. Josh, have you been playing anything lately? Are there any games that you've been playing? Anything that you're excited about? Anything that has been positively taking your time, or negatively, I guess, too?
Yeah. Actually, I did want to ask you because I want to talk to you about. Donnie's been sending a lot of recommendations our way.
Yeah.
And I try to entertain them all. They can't all be entertained.
Right. True. True that.
But I do try to give some of them a chance before shutting it down. I'm just pulling up Steam now so I can remember some of them. I believe one of them was called Bloodshed. I don't know if you know
Is that
this
the
one.
hockey one?
It's first-person roguelike, first-person shooter roguelike.
Yep. Have not played it, but now that I remember that, yes.
So I played that a little bit, and it's pretty fun, but I find the loop gets a little bit boring compared to some of the other ones.
Gotcha.
Where I'm just like running around in circles. Like, it's tough playing a shooter where the game shoots for you.
Yeah.
It does have an option to not do that. Like, it says like I didn't choose that option though. But it is fun. It's probably, I didn't even look, it's probably not an expensive game. So, and it doesn't take up a lot of space. So that's been a lot of fun.
Nice.
For what it is. Played the Alan Wake event in Phasmophobia. That was really cool.
Oh, okay.
I think it's over now, but that was like, it was like at the end of it when we jumped in to play it.
Gotcha.
But that was really cool what they did with that. One of the games I saw during, oh shoot, I don't remember. It was during not the cozy games, but one of those dozens of showcases.
Yeah.
There's a game called Polyfighter. Have you seen this one?
I have seen that one, yeah.
All right, so I played that a little bit. I think that's pretty cool. Another roguelike, right? All these roguelikes are out. Well, Hades likes or whatever you want to call them. Rinse, die, rinse, repeat, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And the part that's cool about this is it is a fighting game, and what you do is when you beat someone, you get to take one of their moves.
Oh, cool!
And make it your own, which is pretty cool. So you can apply it there you can get specials or regular moves, and you can apply them to your set. And you can only have a certain amount. So the further you get, you have to start deciding to swap out special moves and stuff. But it's kind of like that. So like in Street Fighter 6, they kind of do that in the custom fighter story, whatever you want to call it, where like you fight Chun-Li and then you get her attack.
Yeah.
So it's kind of, it seems like it might be based on that, but that's been pretty fun as well. It's just a demo that's out now, so I've been playing that demo. A big one for me that I didn't expect to like as much as I do is Tape to Tape. That was the game Donnie was trying to get us to play. It's the hockey roguelike. It's so weird. But what I came to the conclusion was at the end of a run, you still get to play hockey games, which is really cool, and it plays like NHL 96.
Nice.
Like you can there's this like a mild story. You can upgrade your players, you can upgrade your bench, you can upgrade a lot of different things. And it's like the map for like Slay the Spire or any games like that where you can go up or down, treasure, upgrades, rest, all those kinds of things. One of the cool things is that one of the first fights I fought was the boss fight was a team of referees, which was really funny.
Hilarious.
And then another boss fight was a team of soccer players, and now you're kicking a soccer ball on ice in half field, but you move like you're on ice, but you don't have a stick anymore.
Gotcha.
And what's interesting is like one of the skills you can get is like throw your stick at people. You can also take out your own guys.
Oh,
as a special move, but if you're playing the soccer match, you can't do that. So you can't use your special ability if that's the one you chose.
Gotcha.
And some of the perks is like you can put a perk on like yourself or a computer player. I mean, you get to select through your characters like a regular
Right.
hockey match. Um, but one of them is like always stays between the puck and the goalie, and will try
Hmm.
to deflect the puck if it's coming at them. There's like a cool perk where your puck like uh, has curvy patterns when you shoot it, so it sometimes will just go right past the goalie into the net.
Okay.
You can check goalies. You can not goalies. Sorry, you can check refs. You can check other players.
Wow.
You can
Okay.
also upgrade your checking skills. But like on a regular run, right? So a full run, if you maybe don't do a match every time and you do
Hmm.
like resting or perks or stuff, you're still playing like 3 hockey games per run
Oh, nice.
per level,
Yeah.
and it's really fun. I had a hard time putting it down because it really was just a ton of fun.
Gotcha.
Um, yeah, so that's been really fun. But I didn't I wanted to leave this to last, but like boy, uh, James Bond, man,
Before, real quick before you jump into that,
yeah.
hey everyone, welcome to Board with Video
No,
Games. I'm
it's
Kyle
me
Hyman.
going
That's
on
Josh
it.
Borboni. We're thrilled you're joining us. We're obviously talking about games now because we're just going to really recap the Summer Game Fest stuff here in a sec. But obviously, hit us up at boardwithvg@gmail.com. We're on Instagram at boardwithvg. And then we're obviously part of the Play Some Video Games podcast family. So check them out, support them because they support us. We're proud to be part of that. But Josh,
Yeah,
as you were saying, James Bond 007, tell me, man, what are your thoughts?
it's incredible. It's really blown me away.
Yeah.
It I should have. I don't know. I feel like I should have expected it to be good, but I didn't expect it to be this good. It's like
Yeah.
it's incredible. The voice acting, the gameplay. It feels like you're playing Hitman Uncharted. Uh,
Yeah.
what I really like about it is um, each we'll call it like chapter or mission or whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
It has like 3 acts, but the acts are split up by types of gameplay,
Mm-hmm.
which I find so refreshing.
Yeah.
And that's why it reminds me of Uncharted, because a lot of Uncharted is going between like traversal versus shooting, and occasionally not a lot of driving in Uncharted, but I would
Right.
also say not a lot of driving in James Bond's. There's definitely a couple times where they kind of squeezed it in there, and
Yeah.
maybe in a necessary area.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of the docks specifically,
Well,
where
there's
I'm
even just
driving up cargo containers instead of like just walking.
yeah. Well, there's even just the one where when you are introduced to I don't think this is a spoiler. He was in the trailers. When you're first introduced to Lenny Kravitz, like you
Yes,
drive all the way up to that town.
yeah,
I don't really know why, but you
no,
did.
but it serves the story beat,
There's
right?
a
So
narrative. Yes, there's a lot of
yeah,
narrative things that are happening during that time. Yes.
yeah. I mean, I love it, and you know what else I've been doing is I'll play missions, and then I'll go watch like Bruce Green and
Mm-hmm.
watch him play the same mission and
Yeah.
see how different he does it, because he quite often I don't think we've done a mission the same the way he's
Mm-hmm.
played it versus how I've played it. Um, it's just wonderful. It's just such a nice, fun,
Yeah.
captivating time.
Yeah.
I really love it.
Yeah, I am also really enjoying 007 First Light. I'm nowhere near as far as into the game as I would like to be. My game time has been pretty limited the last couple of
Same.
weeks. But yeah, it is constantly that if I have any time to play a game, the one I'm going back to. And, as someone who in a different life was super into movies and film and just, in the last 6, 7 years, just really that part of my life has fallen off. But I used to watch and really enjoy. I watched the James Bond movies and many
Yeah.
of the James Bond movies, and you know, I don't know that I need another James Bond movie. Like I really don't, right? Like I think the story that is told here is on par for the most part with any Bond film because I don't think the
Yes.
stories are very strong in the Bond movies generally, and you get to participate in the action, like the sense of place that they create is so well done.
Yeah.
It's just a rocking good time, and I think that yeah, like you said, the voice acting is incredible. Like I was I was had a lot of anticipation for this game, and I was hoping I was going to like the game.
Yeah,
And I like it way more than I ever thought I would.
same.
I'm having a wonderful time with it. And yeah, all the, comparisons out there of, kind of like you said, like a Hitman Uncharted, like, right, like these melding of things of taking, let's take a little bit of parts of all these things and put it together. Yeah, I think it knocks it out of the park. It'll be hard as someone who adores Uncharted. It'll be a little hard to go back to like a quote unquote typical Uncharted game in the future if that happens, where it is just
Yeah,
like action set piece, shoot a whole bunch of things, solve a puzzle that's not very
yeah,
good. Go, like traverse, climb and slide to the next thing
yeah,
to get to the next story beat, which I really enjoyed. I like those characters, but just the sense of place that they've created in this game is really something special. It's a really cool game. It's a big achievement, and then seeing Amazon be like, well,
oh, I hate that though.
we're probably going to make all the James Bond games going forward
Yeah,
is just like, really, like you saw that someone was able to do the thing way better than you've been able to do the thing, so now you're taking your ball and going home, basically.
yeah. Let us
That's
just have this moment, and then maybe in a year tell us that.
right.
Let us
Just
enjoy it.
yeah, just ridiculous. But yeah, I also have really been playing that. That's the from a video game perspective, the game I have been playing. I did also briefly want to mention on the board game side. I finally started playing Cozy Stickerville.
Okay.
So this is a 2026 game. It's designed by Corey Kineska, who, is kind of interesting because he worked at Fantasy Flight for a long time, known for doing like Twilight Imperium and Star Wars Rebellion, well, a whole bunch of Star Wars games, but Battlestar Galactica, Eldritch Horror, just a ton of stuff that is like really highly respected, really highly rated. But then but these just really heavy, crunchy, like really important decision making games. I mean, he actually, speaking of, he was a designer on the Gears of War board game, if I recall correctly.
Mm,
But just all these games that are just these beasts to learn and understand. So many rules, so complex. And then you have Cozy Stickerville, which is now he has left, or he did a while ago. He left Fantasy Flight. He started his own company, Unexpected Games. They've still done some licensed things. They have like a Mandalorian game, and I think their first game was like 300 Scoundrels or whatever it was.
yeah.
Um, but now we have this game, Cozy Stickerville, that comes out. It was nominated for the Spiel des Jahres. Um, the weight on BGG is 1.2.
Whoa.
You literally cannot lose this game. It's impossible. But it is a legacy-ish game. It's a campaign game that you played over 10 games. Every game that you play takes place. So basically those 10 games, each of those games represents 1 year. So you basically play over 12 months of each year. And you have a board out in front of you on your turn. You do your setup, which is like, getting a certain amount of wood, a certain amount of food, whatever. But then like you have like your deck one card, which there's 12 cards, that's year one. So in the first game, it's like you just flip over the card and it'll like tell you like, hey, like, you can either you were wandering in the woods and found some fell branches. You can either take one now, or you can take one now. Oh, this is a horrible example. Oh, you fall into a fallen tree. You can either pick up the apples or pick up the wood. Which do you want to do?
Gotcha.
It's like, oh, I want to take the apples. Okay, take 2 apples, add them to your supply. And then so that's like the first action is you do whatever's on the card, and some of them sometimes like give you things that you can do later, but for the most part it's like, hey, make a decision about what you want, what resources you want to get.
Yeah.
And then you take you do the action on the card, and then you take an action in the city basically, and it's like morning and afternoon, or like however they divvy it up. But in the afternoon, then like you might have like on the board there'll be like numbers that are like story beats that you could like go and be like, oh, I'm gonna go read this story beat. Or it's like, oh, you can go to this space and like take a card out of the legacy deck and just like do whatever that thing says. Or you might have other cards that you've picked out or that have popped up that it's like, oh, build a house for this family, right? And then you have this huge packet of stickers. So like when you go and you like go and read a story beat, it might say like, oh, and I'm trying to make stuff up so I don't spoil anything, but it might be like, oh, your best friend from childhood decides to move to your town and asks if he can build his house next to you. If you say yes, like take sticker 7P and put it on the board. If you
Yeah.
say no, put like a frowny face like on your like tracker, right? Like
Yeah.
I mean, and then you're like, okay, so it's like, well, do I want to like take the house? Yeah, I want to have this other house. You like add a house to your board, and then that house now has a different story beat that you can like read down the line.
Nice.
But that's it. Like all the game tells you is like you can't lose, but you also can't do everything. And like right now, I think we're in game 6, I think, of 10. On the bottom of the board, I think we have close to a dozen cards that are like actions or things that we can go pursue. Like there's one that we're like in a baking competition. There's one like there's a fishing hole that I'm trying to like catch all these different type of fish, and there's different ways that happens. They're like we're exploring a mine in one, but then there's also on the board still probably another half dozen or more like story beats and stuff that we could go read. But
Yeah.
you only ever have 12 months in the year to do things, and everything stays, so you can like do it over multiple years, but just there's literally not the ability to do everything in the game. It's just
Yeah.
impossible. So you just have to pick and decide and like choose like what you want to do, but you can never lose. It's literally a cozy game of like how do you want to build this town? And it's
Nice.
totally up to you. It's like $40. You can play it twice. It comes the board's double-sided. All the things that are like one-time use, it comes with 2 copies in the game of. So
Oh, nice.
you can play it completely through twice if you want to, so that you can pursue things that you didn't have the time to pursue the first time.
Yeah.
But honestly, if you're looking for a really chill, like 30 to 40-minute game that you can sit down at night and be like, hey, we're just gonna bust this thing out. We don't have to break our brains, you know, I can't recommend it more highly. It is great.
Cool.
It really is a great cozy board game. It's probably the best implementation of a cozy game in a board game that I think I've played.
Watch as I buy it right now because it sounds perfect.
Yeah, it's super, super wonderful. We're really, really enjoying it. So, and considering it came out this year and it's already in the top, it's like number 897 right now on Board Game Geek, which I know sounds like, oh my gosh, that's so high.
Yeah.
But for a game that came out in 2026, the fact that it's already that high is
That's very
pretty
high.
darn impressive.
It's not
Um,
on Amazon.
I think you could buy it directly from Unexpected Games' site. I do, because I know when we bought it, I was not able to find it on Amazon. I had to buy it from.
Oh,
Um,
Asmodee has it
I
or
think I bought it from
Unexpected
Asmodee when I
Games.
bought it. Yeah, because I bought it when I bought Duel of
Oh,
Cardia. So yeah, I
it's
think I bought
sold
from
out
Asmodee.
on Asmodee.
Oh no! Oh no!
Sorry, I've seen it at the local card store, so I can
Okay, yeah,
certainly grab it.
yeah. So but it's great, and I think when it got nominated for the Spiel des Jahres, I think that probably drove some sales to it.
Oh,
But yeah, I think it's a wonderful, wonderful game. So
awesome.
cozy Stickerville. But with that, hey Josh, let's jump into the main meat of the show here. And that's just our Summer Game Fest recap. So obviously, a couple weeks ago when we chatted and did our show, we kind of made some predictions about what would happen in Summer Game Fest and the 3 main um, showcases that were happening at the
Yeah.
time. At the time we're recording this on Monday night. Nintendo is tomorrow morning, Tuesday. So when you're listening to this, the Nintendo showcase will be in a couple hours. So we're obviously not going to cover that. So sorry that that's not included in this,
Yeah.
but it is what it is. So we'll just go through. We'll talk about PlayStation. We'll talk about Summer Game Fest, and we'll talk about the Xbox Showcase. We'll talk about them in the order that they happened. But yeah, so I figured what I find slightly annoying about these things, Josh, is when you go to look for recaps of these things.
Yeah.
Like it was nice because Game Informer for the Summer Game Fest one, it's in the order that it actually happened, like in the show. But for PlayStation on the PlayStation blog for the State of Play, it is in alphabetical order. And then for the Xbox Game Showcase, it is broken up into Xbox first party things and then like all their third party partner stuff. So there's like 3 completely different ways of like breaking down like how these things happened, which is just annoying to me. But anyway,
Yeah.
I figured we start with PlayStation. So I'll start by asking you, Josh, did you watch this PlayStation State of Play live? Did you watch it later? What were your overall thoughts? And then we'll get into the game specifically. So what were your, A, did you watch it live? B, if not, how'd you consume it? And what are your overall thoughts?
I did watch it live. Watched it with my wife and my son, actually. Just
Oh,
had
wow.
to leave the room for a couple of the games.
Like
we
the first
certainly
10
had
minutes?
to not let him watch Wolverine. I thought it was a great State of Play.
Uh-huh.
One of the better ones I think that in my opinion, that we've seen this year.
Yeah.
Although I know I tell you that I'm like underwhelmed by them, and then we talk about it, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I did really like that. But but yes, I did really like it. I thought there was some great announcements, some good surprises. Uh, for me, the biggest surprise was Until Dawn 2.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I was very happy with that surprise.
Well, let's start there. Let's talk about Until Dawn 2 then. You said
Yeah.
you were happy with the surprise. What'd you think of it? I mean, this was actually I felt pretty stoked. I had this was one of my predictions. I was like, this is gonna happen.
Yeah.
Um, how long until into that trailer until you thought maybe it was Until Dawn or knew it was Until Dawn?
I didn't,
Highlights? Anything
yeah,
you're worried about? What were your thoughts?
I didn't even give it a consideration that it could be Until Dawn. I was just curious. I didn't know Fire Sprite, right? So it didn't really like strike
Yeah.
me as Until Dawn. So I was watching it, and like, sure, did it give like maybe some Dark Pictures vibes?
Mm-hmm.
It reminded me of this show called Harper's Island that I really love that was on
Mm-hmm.
TV forever ago,
Yeah.
which is basically Until Dawn, the TV show.
Yeah.
They did it right before Until Dawn ruined it with their movie. Um, so that's what I really thought it was, like some kind of like slice of life. Like, uh, it didn't even really scream horror right away.
Mm-hmm.
So I was thrilled. I thought the character models look decent, not great, but
Yeah.
like better than what we were expecting out of Until Dawn. I like the antagonist is like potentially this weird, creepy guy, or he might just be a red herring. I like all that stuff. So I think it looks really cool, and I love the part where it really just like gives us that really quick uh, um, Peter Stormare like flash, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh yes, it is.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
So by the end, I was pretty sure it was a Dark Pictures game,
Mm-hmm.
and I was all wrong on that front as well. But yeah, I love there's like a still I have up here, and it just says "Push Luke" or "Jump Alone," and I'm
Yeah.
like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's great. I'm very excited.
Yeah. So, this is just one of those weird games that, you know, Supermassive had obviously made the first Until Dawn way back in like 2015 or whatever it was. So then, yeah, this is being made by Firesprite, but obviously Sony owns the IP, so it makes sense that they're kind of still doing it until like why I guess they would have one of their first parties making it instead of Supermassive. But you know, my initial reaction to this was that I thought it didn't look great.
Yeah,
I thought it looked a little uncanny valley of like the models were almost there, but they just look slightly off and weird to me.
yeah,
But also for a game like this, I don't know that that super matters. And I love these types of games, even though I'm not a huge horror person, like horror movie person.
yeah.
I love these games, and thinking about everything Supermassive has done, we've obviously played most of them. Why am I blanking on the one that I really, really liked? That was the single player one that they did with 2K.
The Quarry.
Yes, the Quarry. Thank you. Like I had that in my top 10 games of that year, and I couldn't remember the name of it.
Yeah,
Like I loved that game. I had such a great time with it. And to me, for me to like the game, it does not need to be a 10, right? Like
correct.
most of these games that I have a great time with are like a 7.
Sevens.
And
Yeah,
and I think that for this type of game, it doesn't need to be more than that. I'm trying not to set my expectations too high as a result of that, since it is a quote unquote first party game.
yeah,
But I am happy that we're starting to, well, we'll see how much it continues, but like amongst the feedback of PlayStation games all being third person action games, it's nice to see something different from one of their first party
yes,
studios. We could talk about, well, they do MLB The Show, they have
yeah,
Gran Turismo, they have other stuff, but for the most part, their marquee and their prestige games are third person action. So it is really nice to see them do something different. So I'm excited about this. A little bummed is 2027,
yeah.
but then also now in retrospect, when I look at all of the games coming out still this year, 2027 seems just fine.
Right, because well, that's the thing, right? If it's not coming out before September, it's not going to come out this year because
Yeah.
everyone's terrified. And you know what I think is going to be awesome
But
when they delay Grand Theft Auto to February.
the February, yeah,
Yeah.
when like, everything else is coming out, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh man, cool.
it's going
All
to
right,
be
Until Dawn
people are
2.
going to we're going to have nothing to play this winter.
Yeah, I know. Oh man. Anything else that jumped out to you, Josh, other than Until
I
Dawn 2?
love Stuntman. I love the Stuntman games, or Driver.
Yeah,
So I was very happy to see Stuntman Hollywood trailer.
yeah.
I didn't even. I was like, my son lost his mind when he saw the DeLorean, and I'm like, wait a
Hmm.
second, this is like first it was Fast and Furious very clearly, and then Kit, and then like very excited. So I'm excited for that. I don't have high expectations as far as like how good of a game it's gonna be.
Sure.
But I think it'll be a fun game.
Yeah.
Speaking of sixes and sevens, it certainly probably will fall in that grouping.
Yeah.
Um, there's a lot more I could talk about. Why don't you talk about some things before I just talk about everything?
Well, okay. Um, Rayman Legends Retold.
Yes. Yeah.
I am definitely looking forward to this. I think that so this is hard because Rayman Legends is such a striking looking game
Yeah.
that I guess if you're going to redo it, you might as well do it in a way that might put, I guess because of controversial to some people, right? Because
Yeah.
I don't know that I would say this game I don't know that it looks better than the original.
I would agree. Yeah.
But I also am not completely turned off by what they're doing. I am interested still enough to see more on kind of what they're doing with it. I love the Rayman games. I think Rayman, especially Rayman Legends, uh, just a fan. I just have really always loved these platformers and wish had gotten more of them over time.
Yeah.
So it's been a bit of a bummer to me that we haven't gotten really many at all installations in this series. It has been pretty dormant. So excited to see it come back in any way that is coming back.
Yeah.
Hopefully it is this new style and approach. It still feels as good to play. I do think I can't decide if I think it's nice or bad or what it is, but like you also get Rayman Origins Enhanced Edition, which is pretty nice.
Yeah.
Which obviously is also an exceptional game.
Yep.
So yeah, this was pretty well rumored. Like we kind of had a good idea it was going to show up. It's just where was it going to show up? And Ubisoft not having their own show anymore, I was kind of surprised to see this was the one that was at PlayStation of all of the games. But hey, I'm a sucker for Rayman, so I was happy to see that there. What are your thoughts on Rayman Legends Retold?
Yeah, as a guy who doesn't love platformers,
Right.
I've always loved Rayman Origins and Legends.
Yeah.
I would love to play this with you too. I haven't really played it co-op.
Oh yeah, same. Yeah.
So I think that could be a lot of fun. I think it looks great. I think it's like kind of like a claymation-y kind of look.
Mm-hmm.
I think it looks pretty good. Like putty, like clay putty kind of thing like that. So
Yeah.
I think it looks good.
Yeah. Another one for me was No Rest for the Wicked getting its 1.0 announcement. I did play the demo of this on Steam Deck when they had a free weekend, and I enjoyed it. But while I like Steam Deck for almost every experience I've had, this just wasn't exactly the absolutely striking visuals of this game. I don't want to say we're wasted on Steam Deck, but I just really wanted to try this on something bigger.
Sure.
And having a Moon Studios game on PlayStation, especially with how big, robust, and cool this game seems, I'm pretty stoked for it. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I think this is like an early October 1.0 for this game, but yeah, I'm excited for it. I don't know if I'm gonna have time to play it. Is the bummer.
Yeah.
But this for me was a little bit of a surprise to see. The 1.0 is so, I guess I shouldn't say so soon. I guess it was anticipated for this year, but yeah, I don't know. Just seeing it at PlayStation, I was kind of like, oh, okay, yeah, let's rock and roll. Let's do this 1.0 thing. So
Yeah.
Josh, are you gonna play Ill?
No.
Okay.
I don't know. Something about it just turns me off. I don't know why. It just doesn't look good, I guess.
Okay. And then I have to ask. Control Resonant, Josh. We both loved Control. I know you've been a little more out on Resonant, though it seems like you're getting a little more back in, or at least it seems like you were. I feel like we've seen so many trailers for this game in the last 6 months.
Yeah.
But what are your thoughts on Control Resonant coming September 24th with every other game coming in September? What are your thoughts on Control Resonant?
Well, from the trailer, I don't know that much changed. However, a lot of gameplay has come out since,
Yes, their
and
hands-on impressions were
I
not
think it
embargoed, so
looks horrible. I don't know if you've watched any of it.
I have not watched any of it. No.
It looks so bad.
Okay.
I hope I'm wrong.
Uh-huh.
I know we'll end up one of us on the buying this because it's Control.
Right.
So I'm hoping I'm wrong. But I watched 2 different streams of it to make sure I wasn't seeing something
Mm-hmm.
wrong. I can't. It's hard to explain what I watched, but it looks like Infamous, but pulled back a little bit more, so much so that your character looks tiny,
Yeah.
very small compared to the environments. It has like this very awkward double jump system, and the traversal looks off, and the worlds that I saw looked very gray and
Sure.
bland. Which will also come into another game I talk about later, not from this press conference. I really just hope that what I'm seeing is not a full representation of the game, because I do want to love it,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm gonna, while we talk more, I'm gonna put in the chat what I watched, and I want you, just if you can have it run behind you while we're talking. I'm just so curious about what you
What I think about it.
what you just without even like having to listen. I just would be curious what you think.
Okay. Well, I will try to check it out.
uh,
I mean, yeah, I'll definitely look at that. I am still obviously pretty looking forward to the game, because I love this type of action in a game, and I
Yeah.
also love Control. So put those things together, it seems like something that I should enjoy.
Yeah, I hope you like it. I
But
hope I like it.
yeah, I am nervous. I really want to like it, but I am slightly nervous about potentially, yeah, as far as that goes. So
Yeah.
anyway,
Yeah.
we'll just hit a few other quick ones here, and then we'll talk
Sure.
about obviously the big things. I will say, Josh, I have never wanted to play an Ace Combat game more than I want to play Ace
Really?
Combat
They
8
got it?
Wings of Thief. I have Ace Combat 7. I've just never played it, since it came out in 2019 or whatever. I
Yeah.
have it.
Yeah.
But man, that game looks so cool. Like
Yeah.
it just really does. So that looks cool. Any quick thoughts on Ace Combat?
I love the original Ace Combats. They put in this like odd Shenmue style story into these new ones,
Mm-hmm.
and it's forced. You can't really skip it too much, and I feel like I'm like, get me to the dogfighting, please. I don't necessarily need to hear this weird side story. But yeah, it looks beautiful. You can't deny that, right? It's a beautiful looking game.
Oh yeah, absolutely looks amazing. Absolutely
Yeah.
looks amazing.
Yes.
I know you are a Dave the Diver fan. What do you think about Bancho the Chef?
It's okay. I don't know. It didn't really move any needles for me. It just seemed like it's taking the part I like least about Dave the Diver and making it a full game.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
So it's not even bad in Dave the Diver. It's not a bad part of the game. It's
Yeah.
just my least favorite part of the game. So
yeah. Any reaction to Dune Awakening?
yeah, I mean, great. I'm glad that they're adding a single player mode. That's awesome, because I really I did watch some streams of that too, and it seemed like a lot of fun. So I'm definitely in on that.
Gotcha. What about Dinosaur Warriors 3 Complete Edition?
Yeah, why that one? I just wonder why 3.
What about that
Why
one?
3? You
Yeah,
just put
no,
out Dynasty Warriors Origin.
Yeah.
Why are we getting that remastered? I don't get it.
I agree. Did this trailer convince you to play Marathon?
No, but I saw that you bought it, so I'll try.
Well,
it.
no, I just got the free trial of it. I didn't actually buy it.
Oh.
Yeah, and I think the free trial actually ends or it may have ended like today or yesterday,
Okay,
and I
that's
didn't
fine.
even do it.
Yeah,
So
like here, play this game where it's all dark all the time.
yeah,
You can't see anything. Your brightness won't be high enough.
yeah.
No, thank you.
Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls. I know we both had predictions about other fighting games showing up.
Yeah.
No other fighting games really showed up other than
Shocking.
some DLC for Street Fighter 6.
Yeah.
Thoughts on this? I thought Green Goblin's design is awesome.
Green Goblin's design is awesome. Yes.
Yeah, but any other thoughts on what we saw about Marvel Tokon?
Yeah, I'm gonna play it regardless. I just like, yeah, it's not my preferred fighting style for video games. Like it's
Sure.
like the Blaz Blue kind of fighting
Yeah.
system. But I'm still gonna play it because there's so many characters, and I can beat up my son. If no one wants to play me online, I'll just fight my son at home.
Well, Josh, the only time I ever played you in a fighting game, you absolutely destroyed me
I
the
know,
whole
and I
time.
don't, and I didn't mean to.
Yeah, I didn't mean to be so much better than you. I just happened to
Sorry.
be so much better than you. Okay, Josh, I see a little bit what you're getting in this control
Okay,
resonant stuff. I
that's all. It just looks bad, and I hope that it's just a, I hope it's just a poor representation of the final game.
what I don't even know that it looks bad.
Oh, sorry,
I think it looks bland.
unremarkable.
Yes,
Yes,
it
it
like
looks
for
unremarkable.
what should be going on there, it looks very flat.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I would agree. Uh, so we saw Nakamura's game that was revealed a really not a really long time ago, a bit ago, but we got like really no insight into it when it was first revealed. Now we saw Kamuri in
Yeah.
action. Did you have any thoughts there?
Nope.
Yeah, looked cool, man. I mean, themes of the weekend, I would say, have been swords and September.
Hey, it's
Like
better
those are
than
the things.
corruption.
Yeah, like um Animusha Way of the Sword, Josh.
Hey, I downloaded the demo,
Oh, okay.
and it's great.
Oh, great.
I saved it. I don't know if the progress moves forward, but the demo's long enough for me to save it twice,
Oh,
and
wow.
I'm still playing it. It's a little uh, the characters are a little easy to kill, but that's okay.
Gotcha.
And I'm not. I didn't put it on easy. I put it on the default setting.
Hmm.
But there's some. So the character looks great, moves great. It feels honestly, uh, it feels just like I remember Onimusha.
Oh, cool.
So they did a great job at like recreating that feeling, especially like gathering the souls.
Yeah.
And there was a cool boss fight that I did. Um, so I really liked what I played. So that I think has made it a definite purchase for me.
Yep. The day after Control Resonant.
Yeah,
Fight and Blade Zero, we got a teaser trailer that it's basically getting its own state of play of the summer.
yeah.
They also then threw a press release, delayed the game from early September to the end of October. Um, do you have any desire to play Fight and Blade Zero?
No.
No, that kid was having a great time though. We found out that RuneScape Dragon Wilds is coming to PlayStation Plus, launching the game catalog in the fall, so that's kind of neat. Um, Silent Hill Townfall, Josh, are you down to go again? Another September 24th game.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on Silent Hill Townfall?
I think my visits to Silent Hill are over, unfortunately. I think they've
Yeah,
lost me.
yeah. I think the game still looks really interesting and cool, but I don't know of all the games that are like on my list to play. That is definitely towards the bottom.
Yeah.
The Lost Wild. Do you want to play a little Alien Isolation, but with dinosaurs?
Nah.
No. Okay, that's a 2027 game. All
Yeah.
right, then let's talk about the two biggies. They kicked off the show with Wolverine. Josh, what were your thoughts?
I can't believe I'm saying this,
Mm-hmm.
but I think it's too violent.
Oh, really?
It really turned me off.
Okay.
I was surprised. It just seemed just too gratuitous.
Yeah.
Even for Wolverine,
Sure.
even for Evil Dead, it was too gratuitous.
Sure.
Yeah, I think it's cool that we saw Jean Grey in there, and
Mhm.
we saw Leech and some of the other mutants, but um, uh, it seemed like that motorcycle thing was a throwaway part of the game. I don't know if
Yeah.
there'll be more of that in it, but I don't know. I'm interested to see what I really feel like when we play it.
Yeah. Big thing there being just you can tone down the like blood and gore.
Yeah.
So that is a thing you can turn off, down or off. I
Oh
think even
yeah.
completely. So that way that is the thing you can do. I will say, yeah, it was pretty over the top. But I also, hey, I guess if you're gonna go. I guess
Yeah, I just worry. My worry is like style over substance.
Yeah, we'll have to
So
wait and see.
yeah,
We will have to wait and see. Single player narrative game. I have no doubts that people will complain about the price and how short it will be.
oh sure, yeah,
Which is, and I'm not saying that to be dismissive of those complaints, but I do think that this is clearly not a Spider-Man game, and they've said that it is a linear narrative game.
yeah,
So I'm looking forward to it. I think for better or for worse, nothing super surprised me other than I was like, oh, okay, this is how violent we're going. Noted. But otherwise, I don't know that I was super shocked about anything.
Yeah,
There were definitely multiple times during the trailer I went, "Oh crap, that looks fun," or "That
yeah.
looked cool," and that's really kind of all I was looking for. We'll see. I was actually pretty impressed that I knew who Leech was. Thank you, Marvel
From
Snap.
Marvel
That's the
Snap.
only reason I knew who he was.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was pretty. So I him seeing him in there is like I'm like, oh, he's actually probably pretty important.
Well, you're gonna recognize a lot more mutants in
I
that
know.
game.
Thanks to Marvel Snap, I might actually have to re-download it and play a little more to see if there's anybody else new for me to remember. And then they closed the show with 20 plus minutes of gameplay for God of War Laufey. Josh, what do you think of going back to God of War in this new installment?
Well, it made me want to go back and finish Ragnarok for one,
Yeah.
which I need to do.
Uh-huh.
I think it looks awesome. I
Yeah.
can't wait. I don't even have anything more to say. I think it looks awesome. I can't wait. I can't wait to play it.
I got you. So you're not worried that Faye's not hot enough or anything like that?
She's hot. She's plenty hot.
I don't even with like some of the
The
Ragnarok
internet,
games
man,
these
like
days.
they hit. I can't. You can't even escape it. It's
I
everywhere.
know.
I'm like, people.
It's like I'm not even like looking for it and it finds me and I'm like,
Yeah,
how like how
same.
is
Just
like
Facebook scroll and then
yeah, like come on. But yeah, no, I am really happy it's not a prequel. I
yes,
I really like this approach. I think this especially kind of like going to this, place where like like where the gods go and they die. Like just so many cool opportunities that are here. The combat I think looks really fun and interesting. There is a lot of potential for some cool story possibilities, but because of the place and the timing,
yeah,
um, I like having some humor by having a gelatinous cube. Like it
yes.
seems weird, but I'm totally down for the weird there.
As we're
Um,
calling him on the internet, QB, named after
QB,
Huey.
yeah. Oh, okay. Instead of Huey QB, okay, we're down. We're down. But yeah, I thought this showed great. Looking forward to playing it next year. I know it did come with a date, but it seems like this is probably the big 2027 game. And then I would assume
It's got to
that
be April or May, right?
yeah, I think early 2027 seems probably reasonable, especially if you're kicking it off with 20 plus minutes of gameplay from the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
That's a lot to polish as a quote unquote vertical slice. That seems like that'd be really hard, like a weird place to just spend your time to do that. So I have to imagine that
If
we're
anyone, yourself included, if anyone is curious about more about the game, watch Alana Pierce's stream because she's
hmm
just one of the writers for the game,
hmm
and this is like her first time really seeing a lot of the finished game.
hmm
So it's really kind of sweet and nice to see her reaction to something that she worked for 4 years on,
yeah,
and she kind of like talks a little bit about the development and stuff too. So it's interesting as well. But yeah,
yeah.
I'm excited.
But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it. I think the little speedier action too, with actually jumping and stuff in God of
Yeah,
War.
what do you know?
Yeah, I am down for. So we'll see. I think, like I said, I think this is probably early to mid next year, with Intergalactic probably being the year after, maybe late next year, but probably the year after. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm always down for more God of War. So overall, I would say good conference. Yeah,
I think so. I think pretty
yeah,
good.
cool. And I think yeah, okay. Then we'll move on. That was on like Tuesday. Then on Friday, Jeff Keighley did his Summer Game Fest where he lined up and said, "Hey, basically everyone who's not PlayStation, Nintendo, or Xbox, do you have games you want to show?"
Yeah,
Um, and he went. I don't know that we're gonna go through everything because there was a ton of games.
yeah.
But do you want to start with just a couple highlights that you had from A? Did you watch Jeff's show when it aired? Initial like overall thoughts on it, and then like a highlight or two.
Yes, I did watch it. Overall, I thought it was probably the weaker of the Summer Games Fests.
Oh,
But
okay.
I did like that it wasn't only an hour long instead of 4 hours long.
Yeah.
So that was nicer. Um, yeah, I mean, I guess what do I want to do for highlights? Uh, Crossfire looks great. Uh,
Okay.
uh, I'm very curious if it will perform the way they showed it performing,
Yeah.
or if that was just like a tech demo showing like how they want that person to move.
Sure. Sure.
But I guess I'm still jaded still. I think two other big ones that are Star Wars focused would be I think Galactic Racer
Uh-huh.
looks awesome.
Yeah.
And is it Shadow Company? What is it called? Zero Company. I
Zero
think.
Company.
I mean,
Yep.
I'm all in on uh, the XCOM Star Wars.
Gotcha.
Um, I think Virtua Fighter doesn't have an identity anymore. It's very bizarre what they showed, and I couldn't believe I couldn't let my son watch the Virtua Fighter trailer
Yeah.
because they swore constantly in
Yeah.
this fighting game that showed almost no fighting,
Yeah.
which
It
makes me
was
wonder, is this a fighting game anymore?
well because I think it said something about like the story
I feel
trailer or
like it's
something,
like some
something like that.
Sifu more than it is like Virtua Fighter.
But I wonder if it's supposed to just be like the single player campaign, like if they're actually trying to like build a campaign like into it. I don't
Maybe.
know. That's what I was like kind of just thinking of, because you're right. It almost seemed more like a brawler than it did like
Yeah.
a fighter. But I wonder if this is the campaign that we're seeing.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it has to be, right?
I think so.
It has to be. Like, there's no way that can be the. I don't know.
Yeah.
I do. I want to ask you this
Yeah.
because you know my taste in games.
Uh huh.
Do you think that I will like the Blood of the Dawnwalker as much as I liked that trailer? Because
Josh.
I think that game looks awesome from what they showed.
Yeah. So this is one of those games that I want to like,
Yeah.
but I don't know that I'm going to like, but I don't think that's because it's not going to be a good game.
Right.
This really seems like, because it's people who worked on The Witcher.
Okay. Okay.
I think the director of The Witcher 3, the creative director of Witcher 3, if I recall,
Yeah.
left to go form this new studio, and this is their first game.
You think it's going to be like Vampire the Masquerade?
I think it is going to be. I think it's going to be like a Witcher game, but it's vampires.
Okay.
Like that's
All right.
literally what I think is going to
I
be.
might like that then.
And my problem is, and I tried to play The Witcher 3. I can't tell you how many times, and
Yeah.
I feel like the combat feels like butt.
Okay.
Like I just don't like it.
Yeah.
So that's and obviously different studio, different people making it. What I do know about this game too, and we'll see how you feel about this, is that what I think is really cool in this game is you have like a blood meter,
Yeah.
because obviously you have to consume blood. And if you don't feed often enough, like you can go into this blood frenzy where you will just kill someone.
Oh.
And
Okay.
it could be like a person you like, an important person, a nice, but you're like just haven't fed, so you just kill them.
Yeah.
Because you need the blood.
I like it, but I don't at the same time.
Yeah, and that's where I'm like, can I shut that off? That, and then, but then it's like totally defeating like probably the purpose of what they're trying to make, right? So I am very intrigued about this game. I feel like it's going to be real big. I think it's going to be a lot of hours. I think they said 40 hours or something like that.
Okay,
is how long the campaign is, but yeah, I want the game to be really good. I just don't know if it's for me.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I feel the same way.
So, Josh, Resident Evil Veronica.
Yeah.
We're getting a Resident Evil every year, it seems.
Yeah.
I'm dumb in the sense of like, did parents have anything to do with Code Veronica?
So it's been a very long time since I played Code Veronica.
I was trying to remember.
But from my memory, I don't remember it being in Paris. That being said, that doesn't mean that it wasn't.
Right, yeah.
Because the last time I played it was on the Dreamcast.
Yeah.
So I would be curious if it says, I wonder if it says in the Wikipedia. It must, right? I remember some very specific things about the game.
Mm-hmm.
But let me see. Sorry, this is not great. No, southern. It was in Antarctica was where it took place.
Okay, because I was like, I was like, I don't remember again much about that game at all. But I was so thrown off. And hey, you know what? More power to Capcom. Do your thing.
I guess.
I just wonder: are they totally like retelling a different? Like, are they Final Fantasy VIIing Resident Evil Veronica? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I do think that's weird because what I did want was a Resident Evil remake for Code Veronica, not necessarily a new story for Veronica.
Well, and it is. They say it is a remake of Code Veronica.
Maybe, yeah, I don't know. Maybe, I guess, I don't know. Yeah. So one half of Code Veronica places the player in control of Claire Redfield, and the other half is spent with her brother Chris.
Mm-hmm.
I swear though, in December, 3 months after Raccoon City, yeah, blah blah blah. Yeah, in the southern island, in the southern ocean, wakes up, finds herself really. Yeah, I don't think that France was in this at all.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it just looks like Antarctica.
Yeah. Well, hey, you know what? Capcom, they be churning out games and they be churning out good things. So I'm sure this will be great. But I cannot. Their pace of game releases just blows my mind.
Yeah.
I don't get
They
it.
got a lot. They're working on a lot of games too. Yeah.
Yeah, like they're just crushing it as far as that goes. So we got that kind of quirky trailer from Studio MDHR. I thought it was kind of eye-opening that they said that a new hand-drawn Cuphead is in early development.
Yeah.
I was like, didn't that game come out like a decade ago?
Yeah.
What if? And they haven't released anything else, right?
I don't think so. Just the DLC for
The DLC, and then obviously
Cuphead.
they ported it to other platforms. I'm like, oh man, whew. Okay, well, I guess we'll see that game in a real long time. Alien Isolation 2, that's cool. That's spooky, right?
Yeah. I mean, Alien Isolation's great. So
Yeah.
I'm curious how they'll. This looks like a much more open,
Yeah.
less isolation sequel. So I'll be curious how they tie that in. But yeah, that was a nice surprise.
Yeah. Then we saw Gen Atlas, which is Ueda's new game from director of Ico or Eco, depending on who you talk to. Shadow of the Colossus, Last Guardian. Number one, I will say there were some stunning visuals in this game. Number two, as someone who's played, I've actually never played Ico, but as someone who's played Shadow of the Colossus and The Last Guardian, Josh, I cannot imagine the shooting feeling good in a Ueda game because barely any of the controls feel good.
It doesn't look good in the trailer either.
Oh my gosh! Like, why are we having so much like action? Like, what are we doing?
Unnecessary.
Like, but I'm sure I'll probably still play this game because I'm a sucker. He does unique stuff, and
yes.
That is what it is. Blood Message. Any thoughts?
I'm trying to remember what it looked like.
This was the game. This is when I was really like, man, it is just sword. We are in sword times.
Yes.
Swords and swords and swords.
Yeah.
Ugh. Then we got Hex though, which looks kind of different. This is like that game with all of the boxes.
Yeah, like the control game.
Yeah, like the control game. All right, Josh. This was something that people got lots of opinions on.
Yeah. No, thank you.
Stranger Than Heaven.
Yeah.
We got Tupac, apparently.
Sure.
That's a choice, right?
It certainly is a big move, and a very risky move.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. That doesn't. I mean, the game didn't interest me in the first place,
right?
But I'm sure people who love like the Yakuza games and stuff are all in on this.
Yeah, I just, it made me feel weird, and I don't really know why. But as soon as I saw it, I was like, I don't feel great about this.
It does like make me. Well, so we didn't talk about the PlayStation showcase, but I wanted to tell you. I wanted to say, hey, you were right about AI and Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
You were right. So this also makes me think of that. Now, I know there's differences, but what about his voice? That must be AI.
Yeah. We'll have to wait and see what they say, but it just...
Yeah. I mean, well, I guess not that. Maybe it must not be. There is something called voice actors who can make themselves sound like other people.
That's true.
That's why Troy Baker is Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
So it might not be AI. However,
right.
I think it's becoming a blur, and I'll say this unrelated to games. There's like a movie trailer that came out, and someone was like, I can't remember what the movie was, but they were like, look at the AI slop in this trailer. And then I was like, okay, but it's probably just bad CGI. So now we have to blur the line between well, the line is blurred between AI slop and bad CGI,
Right.
which is essentially the same thing.
Yeah.
So
No, absolutely.
in video games, it's obviously different because it's generative art versus like not.
Yeah.
But so I don't know. I just you're right. It doesn't hit right. It feels odd
No.
to see it.
Yeah. It felt.
Unless he
Yeah.
is really, maybe he is alive.
Maybe he is. Yeah. Who knows? Maybe that hologram those few years back was actually just him.
Yeah.
We got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Last Ronin game, which is different than the other Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Last Ronin game that was announced a few years ago. That
It
game is
is?
apparently Ixnay. That game is done.
Oh, okay.
This is the new one. This is from Paramount Games, which is a new conglomerate of like trying to like kind of take Paramount's properties and make them into something awesome game wise. So this is then The Last Ronin with Platinum Games. This is now kind of the only Last Ronin game that is in development.
Gotcha.
Any specific thoughts? We didn't see anything. It was
We didn't
all
see
just a
anything.
tone trailer.
Yeah, I don't necessarily have any thoughts. I'm excited to see what it is.
Yeah.
And also, I know we're not going to talk about Future Game Showcase, but it's not the only Paramount Game Studios game that was announced this week. Did you know that?
Nope. What else was announced?
There was a Star Trek game announced. Did you see this?
I did not see this.
By Bloober Team. It is a Star Trek horror game.
Well, now I'm going to go look
that up. And it looks good.
I'm going to go look that up.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, boy.
Yeah, I was very surprised. There's actually 2 Star Trek games announced, but the Bloober one really got my attention. The other one is more of a RTS style game. I wish I could remember the name of it. Star Trek. Let me see if I can find it.
Star Trek Shadow Frontier.
That's the one. And maybe it wasn't. Yeah, I think it was Future Game Showcase that showed it. Or it could have been PC Gamer. I'm not sure. There was a lot of showcases this past week.
There were so many. I know.
Yeah.
I have like,
and I watched a lot of them.
Yeah, I have more to watch that I just haven't gotten to yet, unfortunately.
Yeah. Yeah, but I was very surprised, and it looks good. The trailer's pretty compelling, and I kind of thought it was silly at first when I saw it was Star Trek, and then I saw Bloober Team, and I saw a little bit more of it. And it
Interesting.
Pretty cool.
That does look pretty cool, actually. I just watched a little bit of it. Huh. Okay. Well, there we go. I guess maybe we are going to talk about all these at least really briefly. An extremely hard game. Josh, do you want to be too?
No.
Okay, perfect. Crossfire. Josh, do you think this will be better than the Remedy Crossfire game?
It has to be, right?
I mean, it does seem kind of curious to me that, you know, Remedy made that Crossfire solo campaign that I think maybe was only on Xbox. I don't even remember.
Yeah.
Because this is, you know, a single player game inspired by the South Korean developer Smilegate's game Crossfire
X.
Yeah, so this is just very odd that we have another one of those. It looked cool. I agree. It looked real cool.
Yeah.
But we'll see if it's any good. Guild Wars 3, that's kind of ridiculous to get a new MMO, right?
It is kind of like they were pretty like, hey, it's time to bring the MMO back from the dead, and I was like, all right, great. I really like Guild Wars too. So
yeah, I mean, when the beta is coming next
year.
Yeah, so we'll see. Gundam Rogue Orbit, any thoughts?
The trailer was cool.
Yeah, and then we talked about Star Wars Galactic Racer. Obviously, that was a pretty fun trailer, I think.
Yeah.
Virtua Fighter, weird. RuneScape, Dragon Wilds, any thoughts?
I don't think that's for me.
Yeah, I would agree. 1666 Amsterdam. I will say it had the cool vibes.
Yes.
Then they also talked about how there's a 30-minute prologue that's available, and I have not heard good things about that prologue.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, maybe it's great, but I have not heard that great things about it.
Okay.
So
all right.
I might see if I can play it myself, because I thought from a vibe standpoint, I was like, this looks cool.
It looks cool. Yeah, you had me at the creator of Assassin's Creed.
Yep.
So yes, I still think it looks good.
Yeah. Saw Genesis.
So yeah, it's Dead by Daylight, but
Saw, yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Lords of the Fallen 2.
It always looks cool. I just don't think I like that game.
It does. We talked about Blood of the Dawnwalker. Man, that game is continuing to look. Man, September is so ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, another September game. Star Wars Zero Company. You know, if I'm ever gonna get into this style of game, Star Wars Zero Company seems like one I could potentially do. But
Yeah.
yeah, we'll see. I just tactics games for me are so hit and miss. But again, I mean, release date is August 27th. That's
Perfect.
basically September.
Yeah.
As far as that goes. We had some Among Us, a single player game called On Guard is coming
Yeah.
sometime in the future. Do you have any interest in watching the animated show?
I might watch it because my son likes Among Us, but
Okay.
I don't think. I mean, I like the voice actors, so
Yeah,
it could be good.
it's a really good voice actor lineup for sure. Monster Hunter Wilds Ascendant expansion. I don't even think you played Monster Hunter Wilds, right?
No, no,
All right, so never mind that. Hot Wheels Infinite Rush. Josh, you're a Hot Wheels guy.
no. I mean, my son is, but I think it looks fine.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I think if there had been no other Hot Wheels games, then maybe this game would have looked cooler.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Attack on Titan 3,
No.
cool. Wolf Among Us 2 and the Wolf Among Us Remastered.
I love that it is alive. I will probably play the remaster,
Mm-hmm.
and then figure out what I want to do with that.
Yeah, I want this to be good so bad that I feel like I'm setting myself up for failure because I
Yeah.
love the original Wolf Among Us. That and Tales from the Borderlands are like my 1-2 of games from that, from that style of game and that generation of game.
Yeah, from the
Like, man,
Telltale
I just
genre.
loved both of those, but I'm just so worried that this is just not gonna hold up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. But I'll probably, it's been it's really weird to me too that there's this strong desire to like get Telltale back because other people have made really good narrative adventure games. Like, we don't have to have it be a Telltale game.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we'll see. I will probably play the remaster as well because I loved it originally and I don't honestly remember most of the story anymore. But yeah, hopefully 2 is good. Stellar Blade. Josh, a new Stellar Blade, Blood Rain, with now not Eve but Evie.
Yeah. As soon as
Totally
I saw
different
that,
game.
but I knew it was Stellar Blade. I even said it while we were watching. I was like, "Butts," and my wife was like, "What?" And I was like, "Nothing."
I did forget Street Fighter Year 6, Year 4 DLC.
Yeah.
Yep. Are you excited about any of that?
I think it's cool that they added Tifa, but
Yeah.
other than that, no.
And then we finally got the big reveal, which I don't know. I'm not saying it wasn't a big reveal, but it was kind of, again, one of those things that we knew but didn't know, but knew but didn't know. Final Fantasy VII Revelation being the last RE ending here. Josh, what were your thoughts on finally seeing Final Fantasy VII Revelation, having it be multi-platform at release? What are our thoughts?
I think it looked great.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta catch up.
Yeah.
I love and hate the clothing thing. Only because it makes me think of Final Fantasy X-2. And it was a little overdone in that game. But I do appreciate the throwback to Final Fantasy 1 with like the costumes like being classes. So it was like mage, thief. Those were the 2 that they showed, at least in the trailer. So it was Black Mage, Tifa, and like Thief, whoever the other, I don't remember who was on. But I like that it has like a class system. It's not just new clothes, it's like built into a class type. So I think it's cool, but they did a great job at presenting it and like in selling it. They're like, we mastered the combat system, we mastered this, we improved on it and this last one. Now it's, so I think they did a good job showing all that stuff off.
Yeah. I'll actually push back slightly. I thought how they showed that was kind of annoying.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know, something about like the coming back and forth and like
I agree. The stage presentation was
yeah. That's it. Yes. I thought the game looked great, but the stage presentation.
So was the Among Us thing was also like cringy.
Yeah, I was just like, ugh, I don't know how I feel about this. I also have to catch up. I did not. I don't think I bought Rebirth. I don't think I started it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I do need to catch up. Spring 2027. Can I believe that? Whew. Maybe I'll catch up over winter break. Maybe.
Well, if nothing comes out in November, you get plenty of time.
Shoot. Yeah. Are we gonna play GT? We're playing GTA, right?
I'll play with you if you want.
Well, but I mean, it's not. I mean, I'm just talking generally because I don't think like online will be available right away.
Oh, I mean, I'm not big on the GTA story anymore.
Yeah, I'm not a
So
big GTA
all I did
person.
for GTA 5 was play online with Lucas. I didn't
Yeah,
play the story. I tried to play the story. And I didn't love it.
yeah. So, So I'm looking forward to Revelation. I might be looking forward to it more if I was fully caught up on the series. But
Yeah,
it's just weird too because I love the first one. I thought it was great.
same.
So I don't know why I got so poo pooed on Rebirth, but I just didn't get going on it. So, overall, what do you think of Jeff's show?
Yeah, it was fine. It was like
Yeah,
I didn't think it was great, but I thought it was fine, and
yeah,
I liked the runtime.
yeah. Cool. All right, then on Sunday, we had Xbox wrapping things up with their
Yeah,
games showcase. About an hour of stuff, followed by the Gears of War E-Day kind of direct-ish thing.
yeah. You don't mean the Xbox State of Play?
I mean, kind of, yeah, state of play. Um, so Josh, how do you want to tackle this? You just want to, like I said, on the Xbox Wire, they
Yeah,
have it broken up into upcoming titles from our first party studios, and then they have world premieres and upcoming games from our partners.
yeah.
Um, do you want to? How would you like to tackle it?
Um, I, I guess I don't have a preference. We can just hit the titles if you want. I'm not super like. I have thoughts.
Okay. Okay. Well, let's just we'll hit things here. So they did have new hardware and accessories that they're making a 25th anniversary console controller. Um,
Yeah.
you know, yep,
Just like the
translucent
most
green.
out of touch thing you could possibly do is announce another Xbox console.
I mean, they haven't had. I mean, is this only the second though? Like, quote unquote custom or like special edition
I
console? Because
guess it's the Galaxy and then this one, but then
yeah.
also the regular 2 terabyte one.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, I'm really curious how much this is going to cost.
Yeah, it's going to be like $1,000.
So I think it looks okay. I mean, I don't know.
Oh, it
Like,
looks great. I think it
yeah,
looks great.
yeah.
But like, come on, guys. This is not what your fan base wants right now.
I don't know.
Maybe
I bet
some
it
of
is.
them.
Some of them
Yeah.
definitely want this. So, and I think they will have no problem selling all of these that they make.
I'm sure if they make a very limited amount, they'll have no
Yeah.
problem
Well, it is
selling them.
limited edition. It's
Yeah,
limited edition.
exactly. Oh, we sold out. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So then they talked about upcoming priorities for their first party studios. They talked about Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4. They specifically showed off DMC.
Yeah.
Um, for my part, I know this is not an order of the show. This was the closer before the E-Day thing, which I think was a horrible idea.
Yes. Agreed.
Because also that plugged not real game chat stuff. I don't know why we continue to do this. Everyone does this and it
Yeah.
doesn't work.
Yep.
I thought what a bummer of an end to a show personally. I was like, man, why are we doing this?
I agree. Like, who cares? It's the
Yeah.
same Call of Duty. You call adding DMZ.
Yeah.
Like, great. Like, so now you have 250 gigabyte install because you're adding a whole nother gameplay mode.
Yeah. Yeah. Probably.
Hey, would you like to install Warzone? That's 100 gigs. Hey, do you want to install a campaign that's 4 hours long? It's 200 gigs. Okay, thanks, Call of Duty.
Yeah. I don't know why they chose to show this at the end.
Yeah.
Because also, like, yeah, Call of Duty, it's a huge game franchise, sells a ton of copies, whatever. I also don't know that the people who are super into Call of Duty are sitting through the entire Xbox showcase
Yeah.
to like see Call of Duty.
I'm sure they felt like they had to show it at some point, and
Yeah.
they were like, beginning or end. No, don't put it in the middle, but the middle would have been just fine.
Yeah.
Or the second trailer.
I still remember, I can't remember I think it was Advanced Warfare. I think it was Advanced Warfare when Xbox when Call of Duty was doing their marketing with PlayStation, and like randomly in the middle of a PlayStation like E3 showcase or whatever it was, like there was the Advanced Warfare trailer, and it was started like it was all in space to start.
Yeah, yeah,
And so it
yeah.
was like
That
in the
was
middle of the
awesome.
showcase, like nobody knew that it was Call of Duty,
Yes.
and everyone was like, "This is awesome!" And then they saw it was Call of Duty, and they're like, "This sucks!"
Crap.
Like,
Oh, and Kevin Spacey's in it. Oh
yeah,
no.
yeah, it was just hilarious. Oh man. Anyway, so yeah, Call of Duty, DMZ. Hey, there's another Call of Duty coming out this year, but in October 23rd. That tells you how scared everyone is of
Yeah.
GTA. That Call of Duty is coming out in October.
Do you think so? This is we're still going. This is typical.
Mhm.
Normally we get our Call of Duty announced this week, and then in 2 weeks EA goes, "Hey, Battlefield, whatever, is going to come out in November." Do you think we're getting another Battlefield?
No, not this year. No way.
Okay, they're skipping
Nope.
it.
Nope. Yeah,
Good.
definitely not.
Good.
So, next on their list then was Clockwork Revolution. So this, in some ways, I feel like they should just flop the Call of Duty trailer and this trailer. I think they should have ended on Clockwork
Yes.
Revolution personally, but I guess because of the messaging, I get why they didn't. But I think from a trailer perspective, I will say I thought when Clockwork Revolution was revealed last year, I thought that was way better of a showing for this game than this trailer
Yeah, I
was. Not that
agree.
this trailer was bad, but I don't think it was as good as
It
the
didn't
other
show
trailer.
much. It just was more talking.
Yeah. Yeah, and we learned a little more about what maybe might be the story a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
And then we also found out that it's an Xbox console exclusive, but we'll talk about that more later.
Uh-huh.
Doom Dark Ages DLC. Josh, did you ever finish Doom the Dark Ages?
No.
No. Yeah.
No.
I mean, the DLC looks cool, but I don't know that I'll play it.
I think it looks cool. I don't know. I don't know that the spear thing is necessarily needed, but okay.
I think I
It's
think
just
Doom
separating
basically
itself
always looks
more.
cool. Yeah.
It just
You
feels
know?
like less Doom every
Yeah,
iteration.
that's true. That's true. Fable launching February 23rd. Haley Atwell as Isabel, who appears to be the main villain.
Yeah, man, like who cares? Why are you not showing gameplay?
They did. There was like 3 to 5 second bursts of gameplay between all of these things,
Yes.
Josh. Did
Why
you
are
see all
we
that?
not showing Fable gameplay? I don't understand.
Yeah.
It's infuriating.
The one thing that I did see, because like I said, I've seen very little about people's reactions to this. The one thing I did see was someone talking about how this was like the best Fable has looked. And I was like, were we watching the same thing? Because I went back and rewatched the thing,
Yeah.
and I'm like, everything is a smash cut within 5 seconds. Like there's no thing longer other than Isabel talking. Any of the gameplay scenes, none of them last for more than 5 seconds. And I'm like, I just want to I don't know.
Yeah.
I hope this game is amazing. I really, really do. But I keep being like, and you know what? Playground Games overall, obviously, exceptional development studio. I just am like, why are we just smash cut, smash cut, smash cut, smash? Like, show me some gameplay.
I just
show
feel
me
like
21 minutes of gameplay.
I feel like February is not gonna happen either. If they don't have gameplay to show us, I don't know why they didn't show gameplay.
Yeah. And like I said, I think we're in the minority. I think we're in the minority as far as the showings of this game.
I mean, yeah, we're usually in the minority, I think, for most of our opinions.
It's true. Gears of War E-Day. So the show started off with a trailer for E-Day. I hate when they do this.
Yeah.
They do it like every year. They're like, here's a trailer for the thing we're going to show you 30 minutes of at the end. I know you need to show it, but like, why are we kicking off with it? Anyway, Gears of War E-Day. We saw a trailer. We saw, Marcus and stuff wearing regular clothes and jeans and things like that. And then Asha comes on and like tells us all of these things, and then, hey, this is going to be an Xbox console exclusive.
Hey, we're breaking our promises to try to make 17 people online happy.
What did you think, though, Josh, of Gears of War E-Day?
So this was my hot take, apparently, in our Discord, is I don't think it looked good at all.
Okay.
I think it looked plain as every Gears of War. I think Marcus looks clunky.
Yeah.
And he still moves like he's wearing Gears uniforms.
Yeah. Sure.
I think it opens in also a very bland environment. To me, it's just very gray on gray, and I'm sure it's only a small portion of the game. I didn't see anything I know it's a prequel, right? So I
Yep.
shouldn't expect new things for
Per
Gears.
se, yeah, yeah.
But do I want to play Gears before they're Gears? Do I have any interest in playing that game? I don't know. And I'll tell you what, the trailer didn't do for me
Mhm.
anything at all, except
Wow.
make me feel less excited for it.
Wow.
I
Wow. Okay.
really, I really left, and I have to be honest. Uh, I could just have a sour taste in my mouth
You could.
with
That's fine.
Xbox, period.
Yeah.
So that could certainly affect this, but nothing in that game told me why do I want to play this game
Yeah.
after playing Gears 1 through 5, Gears Tactics, all these games. Like
Yeah.
nothing's told me I need to play this.
Yeah. I, I will say I disagree with you slightly about the environment. I think that is about the most colorful I've ever seen a Gears environment.
Okay. I think Gears of War 4 is a very colorful game.
There are moments. There are absolutely. But
Yeah,
I think especially and maybe more especially when they're like inside with like the electronics and things like there
sure.
was some color there, right?
Yeah,
So
the glow of a screen.
yeah. So I the shooting through, like the frozen section, I thought that was kind of neat, right?
Sure.
Like but I will say, um I guess there was a slide like that happened. There was nothing to me that separated this from the other. Like you said, like I'm like, yes, this is more Gears.
Yeah,
I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. Like I really like Gears of War.
yeah.
Um, am I going to bump up my Game Pass subscription to the Ultimate subscription to play this? October 6th, I'm probably still playing a lot of other stuff. Maybe.
I wonder if you can, because I have Ultimate, I wonder if you'll still be able to download it and play it.
Yeah, I don't know because I was able to play Forza early when you paid for the
Yeah.
that.
So I bet you could, because
Yeah,
I'll have access to it on Game Pass. I bet you can still play it.
yeah. So yeah, and like I said, I like Gears of War. I yeah, I do enjoy it, so I'm sure I'll try it. But I don't know that this. And did you watch the 30-minute, 20-minute, whatever?
No.
No, I do find it really curious because, and this is not a specific shot at this developer because I think everyone does this. They're like, we rebuilt we started from scratch. We started on from empty computers and rebuilt everything.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, are you?
We rebuilt it the same way we built it the first time.
Because part of me's like, nothing looked different to me. And maybe that's just my untrained eye. Maybe if you are an absolute Gears like lover that you have hundreds and hundreds of hours in each of the Gears of War, things looked drastically different to you.
Yeah.
But for me, the person who is the casual person who they now want me because they're bringing exclusives back to spend $800 on a console for 2 games over the next 2 years,
Yeah.
like I
And then to have another console announced
right, yeah,
within that
exactly,
period
right,
as well.
yeah. I don't know that I saw anything drastically different there. But again, I like Gears, so I'm probably going to play this game, but I don't know that it did anything for me to be like, oh my gosh, this is the best Gears has ever looked.
Yeah, I'm not saying I won't play it because
Right,
obviously I played every Gears. I will still play it, but
right.
it's just it's not what I'm wanting from my Xbox.
Yeah.
Which
And I do think that the Xbox console exclusive thing is an interesting move on their part. Not that I don't think, number one, and I know this is a different regime to a degree, right? Like you how can we believe you? Even if
right,
you say this is not timed exclusivity, which they've come out and said.
yeah,
I mean, right, until it's not timed you were literally the group who said the plan is the plan until it's not the plan.
correct.
Right. So right now you're saying, yeah, this is not time exclusivity. This is an exclusive until that's no longer the plan.
Yeah,
Like, how am I supposed to try? Like, there's just, yeah.
yeah,
Plus, like I said, I think if the consoles had done what consoles traditionally do and gotten cheaper and cheaper and cheaper over time, but this late in the life cycle of the consoles, when the prices of consoles have only gone up,
yeah,
now you're bringing back exclusive. Like, do you really think I'm going to suddenly go drop if I didn't have an Xbox Series X?
yeah,
That I'm going to go drop all this money now to get a console that's more expensive than it's ever been for 2 games over the next 2 years?
yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy.
And maybe
Unless they're
this is
thinking
biting
they're
the
going to
bullet
get
now.
another like 10 years out of the Series
Yeah.
X.
And maybe this is biting the bullet now for Helix to like embrace what Helix is, but like, and
Yeah.
Helix, there'll be more exclusives maybe, though they have said that, their multiplayer games will still be multi-platform. even though Gears has
Gears is a
multiplayer
multiplayer
and is
game.
not, but whatever.
Yeah.
That I feel like we're in this weird in between thing. Like I really this is okay. I was debating whether or not I was going to say this. I feel like it's like sometimes my dog, I'm like, bro, you're really annoying me. Have this really nice bone. I'm going to keep doing all this stuff that while you're distracted by this bone, I'm going
Yeah.
to keep doing all the things,
Yeah.
but you really enjoy this bone for a while.
Yeah.
And then in a year, when you get really annoying again, here's this other bone that you can have
Yeah.
that I'm going to go back and do the things that I have really want to be doing anyway, but you're distracted again. So it's just fine.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe it is a true regime change and they're going to rethink and redo everything. I think a strong Xbox is good. A strong Xbox is important. It just feels so messy right now.
Agreed.
Yeah. So, hey, but Halo Campaign Evolved launches July 28th. Josh, are you going to play the Halo campaign again?
I think it looks good, actually. So I flip flop my opinion a little bit because I know I kind of crapped on Halo Campaign Evolved last time we talked about it.
Yeah.
But watching this and knowing that there's a little bit more content is interesting. But I think what I'm more interested in is playing this with my son. Which I think will be a great experience.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to it for that reason. And I'm happy to play it with you as well. But I won't play it on the PlayStation. I'm not going to budge on that.
Oh.
So we would have to play it together on Xbox if we were going to play it together.
That's fine. I'm going to totally buy this on PlayStation.
I know you are. And I will not install it
onto
fine. My PlayStation. However, I'm certainly leaning more towards the PlayStation Island these days.
Yeah, I'm totally buying this on PlayStation. Not even because I totally could play it on Xbox, but just because I'm like, man, that's
because you can.
Yeah, because I can. Yeah.
Yeah.
Minecraft Dungeons 2 coming September 29th. Josh, I'll be honest, I didn't love the trailer for this with like the animated part of it, but when they showed the gameplay, I thought this looked great.
I love Minecraft Dungeons, so I can't wait to play that again. Maybe you can play with me and my son, and you can see how chaotic it is to play with my son.
Yeah, totally down. Yeah, so like I said, I didn't love a lot of when they were showing gameplay. I was like, this looks great. I'm excited to play it. So I'm looking forward to that. But man, September is so busy. What might have been kind of one of the bigger surprises of the show, then we saw Senua, bold new step for the Hellblade universe. This is 2027 action adventure game.
Yep.
So Ninja Theory has tabled all of their other projects. The entire studio is working on this game.
That.
And it is seeming like they're trying to kind of work their way into Ninja Theory's back, like days of yore of Heavenly Sword and DMC and these other things, of having a little more, I wouldn't say as fast, but a little more like actiony combat, like, because the combat not a strong suit of this series so far. What were your thoughts on Senua?
It looks good. I'm just not I'm not on the Hellblade bandwagon, so it was kind of like, I do think it's cool that they're incorporating some form of evolved combat from the last. Well, there wasn't really any, I don't think, in the first one, but there was just a little bit in part 2 that was a little clunky.
I think there, if I recall, there was like some quick QTE type stuff.
QTEs, yeah. So it's interesting to see them take that turn. So I'll be curious what Donnie thinks, because I know he's a super fan.
Yeah, and I'm sure he'll correct us if we're wrong about the combat there. But I think it was QTE in the first one, a little more developed in the second, but not so great. So.
Yeah.
All right. I probably the second highlight for me, Spyro. I'm happy to see Spyro coming back. What are your thoughts on Spyro, Josh?
I mean, my thoughts on Spyro. It's the same as all those other platformers.
Yeah, that's what I anticipated. I thought maybe because he's a flying dragon in purple that maybe that wouldn't be the truth.
Actually, I feel like because he's a purple flying dragon, it made it more clunky and less enjoyable for me. I did not enjoy it anytime I played Spyro. Yeah. I always try to like it. I just never works. It never flies.
State of Decay 3 re-revealed, coming in 2027. I loved the first State of Decay. I thought it was amazing. Absolutely sunk hours and hours and hours into it. State of Decay 2 I wanted to love, but was such a buggy mess when we were trying to play it, that I was just like, forget this game, and I never went back to it.
We had a rough go. We tried to play that with Coach Mo, right?
And it was so bad. So I just never went back to it. But hey, this is looking good, I think, right? What are your thoughts on State of Decay 3?
I'll give it a shot. I feel you said exactly how I feel. I missed the boat on the first one, so I tried to play the second one a few times, and every time I tried to play, it was unenjoyable and not working. So I'll give this one a shot. Hopefully it works and it's good.
Yeah. Some world premieres and upcoming games from other partners. First one was Bad Magpie.
Yeah.
Josh, I don't know if you noticed this. The first time world premiere happened in the showcase was 25 minutes into the showcase, and it was this game.
Yeah, just a really weird take.
Yeah. Now I will say, I think this game looks great.
I knew you would.
I was like, literally while he was like hopping with the birds flying above him, I'm like, oh no, he can't fly, and I was so sad. Yeah, after he just burned all the flowers, but I was just like, oh my gosh, he can't fly, the poor guy. So yeah, I thought this game looked great. So, and I'm assuming you were indifferent to it.
Yeah, I had no feeling at all.
Castlevania Belmont's Curse. I am super in for this. I love Motion Twin. Dead Cells is so great. Josh, thoughts on Castlevania?
Yeah, it looks, every time I see it, it looks better and better to me. So I think it looks good.
Cool. Yeah.
Same song,
Crazy Taxi.
same game.
Yeah. I think it's kind of wild that this game is still so far away, 2027, but okay.
Yeah.
But hey, love that they have the Offspring back, and they kind of got all the music back into it, so I'm excited about that. Josh, did you want to join a cult?
I think that game looks cool, and I want to play that with you.
It looks so quirky. Yeah, I mean, I'm down to try it. It's such a weird looking thing.
Yeah.
Magician's the Devil's Deal, Josh. What were your thoughts on this one?
I'll be honest, I don't know what to think about this one.
Okay.
I didn't really get like the vibe of what the game is going like. Is it BioShock with playing cards? Like, I don't know what this game is. So I need to see a little bit more, because even the stuff they showed combat, I don't think it was actual combat. I think it was just like in-game engine stuff. Like it fits too well into the cinematic portion of the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll say cautiously optimistic that it could be something I'd be interested in.
So here is my challenge about this game, is that the publisher is Focus Home or Focus Entertainment, and I do feel like Xbox, like I at this point, I feel like when you go to an Xbox showcase, you're going to see Xbox games, you're going to see Sega games, and you're going to see Focus games.
Yeah,
like those are the games you're going to see, right?
Yeah.
And I thought this game showed really, really cool.
Yeah.
Because we also, we're going to talk about Resonance here in a minute. But then I also think of other games that have shown really, really cool, like Banisher's Ghost of New Eden and Atlas Fallen, where you're like, okay, maybe that game isn't all it's cracked up to be. Maybe it's not going to be quite what I want. Atomic Heart, I think, being another one, right?
Yeah.
But then you have Plague Tale. You have a game we both really like, Toxic Commando. Like, you have like these huge swings of like Warhammer 40K, Space Marine 2.
Yeah.
Like just these huge swings of like, man, that game looks really cool, but it's kind of like Platinum. Like, is it going to be the good stuff or is it going to be the not so good stuff?
Yeah.
And I just don't know. They show their games really well, though. I think in general, I'm just hopeful that this is the good stuff instead of the not so good stuff.
Yeah. Good point.
So, Metro 2039. Man, Josh, I own every Metro game multiple times over, and I've never played any.
Everyone does, and nobody has played it.
It looked cool, but I've just never played these games. Okay. Persona 6. That was a trailer.
A P6 logo. That's all we get.
Yep. So that game will be whenever. Cool get for Xbox. Nice to see that this game is coming out everywhere at the same time.
Yeah.
Cool that it's gonna be on Game Pass, kind of like with their previous game that I'm now blanking on.
The other Persona game?
No, well, by the Persona developer's, but it wasn't Persona.
Yes. That game, what the heck is it called? Oh, Metaphor Refantasia.
Thank you. Yes, Metaphor. Why was that so hard for me to remember?
I knew it was in there somewhere.
it's nice to see that, you know, these games are on Xbox and are going to be available
Yeah.
there, especially on Game Pass. We'll see though whenever this game is going to come out. I feel like it's multiple years away. I think when they did the same thing with P5 back in the day, I think from the time that we got the trailer like this until the time the game was out was like 4 years,
Holy cow.
3 years, maybe.
Yeah.
And maybe it'll be shorter this time, but in the meantime, hey, Persona 4 Revival, coming out next fall or in February. I played, you know, Persona 4 Golden on Vita back in the day. I love Persona 4. I think it's great. Josh, do you have any desire to play Persona 4?
No,
Didn't think so.
I do not.
Residence, A Plague Tale, Legacy.
Yeah. What even is this game anymore?
I this is where I feel like we're putting games into. Okay, this is. I know our show's already an hour and a half, but bear with me, listener. I'm guilty of this too. We say that we want games to change, right? We want games to grow and develop and adjust to become this thing. But also, like, I don't know what makes this a Plague Tale game. Like, I don't, you know, like,
Right.
I'm just very, like, if you think about the first two Plague Tale games, like Amicia and Rats and like all of these things with like almost no combat. Like, yeah, sometimes you use your sling to like throw a rock at someone.
Yeah.
But like, this is like
Full
third
combat.
person action stabby.
Yeah.
And this is where I feel like a hypocrite because I'm like, well, I want games to grow and develop and change and do different things. But also, at what point is it just a different game?
Well, yeah, because it doesn't fit into the world that a Plague Tale has built. This is not the actions in the world of someone who is like this. You have like awkward knights moping around trying to swing swords. It's not Assassin's Creed. Like, it's so weird.
Yeah, it's just very odd. And maybe this is like you discover the start of the plague in this. I don't know. Maybe that's what the connection is because it takes 15 years before the first Plague Tale game.
Yeah.
It comes out August 27th, which is amazing. Right before that September deluge. It is on Game Pass, so maybe I'll play it there. But
yeah,
man, I don't know. I feel weird about this game.
I also feel weird about it.
Valor Mortis, September 24th because we need more September games.
Also, Atomic Heart feeling game, right?
Yeah, I think this game like oozes with style. It looks so cool.
Yeah.
I've heard like from previous previews and stuff that happened for it, I've heard really great things about it, but I'm not a huge Souls person. September 24th. September's already loaded. I hope this game finds a home. I hope people like it. I just don't know that I will be playing it anytime soon.
Sure. Agreed.
Cool. What about Vivarium, Josh? Did you dig Vivarium? I
think it's unique and cute and charming, so no.
Okay, perfect. I also was indifferent about this, which surprised me. This
okay, like yeah, that surprises me.
Yeah, well. I don't know. I thought at the very, very end they almost got me with like being in the little like thing that they were in, but I was like, I don't know. We'll see. I'm not totally off of it, but I am much more into Bad Magpie than I am into this. Where Wind Meets is coming out. It's already everywhere.
It's on Game Pass now.
Yep, pretty much everywhere else. But hey, you can play that, which apparently is a pretty darn good game. And then we saw Wolong 2. Josh, do you want to woe some more longs?
Well, they put Wolong back on Game Pass. I believe it was on Game Pass before. But yeah, no, it's just basically a Souls game disguised as a Souls game, I guess. It's not disguised as anything.
Yeah. And then they obviously did their updates for all their live games. Do you want to go through any of that?
No.
Okay.
Please those.
All right, Josh. So what do you think of the Xbox showcase overall then?
I didn't enjoy it, if I'm being honest. But I will tell you, being 100% honest, I really was turned off by seeing that PlayStation 5 logo on every game, save 2.
Yeah, there's 2 games that wasn't on.
And that's just a me bias, right? Like, I'm not saying the games didn't look good, but I just was... We talked about this kind of like leading up to the press conference. What I wanted to see Xbox do.
Yeah,
this was not what I wanted to see Xbox do. and they
Gotcha.
even messed up their console exclusives. They didn't even do that right. So wasn't what I wanted. I guess I would say that doesn't mean it wasn't a good showcase, but for me, I didn't enjoy the
Yeah.
showcase. And the big stuff I wanted to see, it wasn't there. And if it was there, it was just disguised as a CG trailer for something.
Yeah.
So I didn't love it.
I think part of Xbox's problem for me is they go mostly last. And I am most hyped when things start, and PlayStation usually goes first.
Yeah.
And I'm least hyped at the end, when Xbox usually goes last. And I think being and following the industry as much as I do, I don't think, and this is true for most of the showcases, I don't know that there was any game in the Xbox showcase. Oh, I take that back. I think Senwa was the one that I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting that they're doing that. But even like the small, like Bad Magpie and things like that, like that's a like quirky, cool thing.
Yeah.
But any of the big games, like we knew about all of them.
Yeah,
We
no
knew about
surprises
every
except
single
for
one above,
Senwa.
and like, and I think that just gets really hard. And even if I think back to like the PlayStation State of Play, at first I was like, okay, for the most part, we knew about all these. Again, any of the surprises things were smaller, as like the Bancho game, like Dynasty Warriors 3 Remastered, I think was a surprise. I didn't think people knew about that.
Yeah.
But everything else, for the most part, Stuntman Hollywood, I guess too, but still smaller, right?
Right.
And then same with Jeff's show, like there was very few things that I was like, oh, I hadn't heard about this already in some way, shape, or form. And I think when I watch television or I watch movies or I play games, spoilers don't really bother me. But I guess when you're trying to get me hyped about games that are coming, knowing all the games that are coming kind of makes me less hyped, I guess.
Sure.
So I think that just things wore on me by the end, and I really was shocked by and that's why I looked when that world premiere thing happened, and I like looked at the clock because I was like, I am so used to sitting in Xbox showcases and having them from the rip be like, here's a new thing, here's a new thing, here's a new thing. And it's getting hard. I mean, right? They can only have so many things being revealed at a time. They also have a gazillion studios.
Yeah.
So I don't think it was a bad showcase. I just think it didn't have like the one thing that made me be like, oh, that was amazing. Because really, like, coming out of this, the thing that I was like most like, oh, that's cool, I probably would say it would be like Spyro, but I even knew that was probably a thing. We knew that Toys for Bob was either making a Spyro game or a Crash game.
Yeah.
There were some rumors about it being a combination of the two, but like, so even that I was like, oh, it was Spyro they decided to do.
Yeah.
Right? Like that was like what the thing was, right? And because even like with the Persona 6 thing, like I love Persona, but it's like, yeah, I assume they're working on Persona 6.
Right. So you give us a logo, not much really to go on.
Yeah. So I overall, all of the conference, I'm like, yeah, they were good. Like I enjoyed my time watching them for the most part. I like a lot of the games that I saw. I'm going to be playing a lot of the games that I saw, but I feel like now we are really in like, I don't want to say the doldrums because the games are really good, but we are in like the consoles are like clicking, are like just firing on levels. Games are firing on levels. Like everything is just like, here's stuff, here's stuff, here's stuff, here's stuff, here's stuff.
Yeah.
And so much of it has swords, and so much of it is like, so that's why I think Spyro, I'm like, yeah, that's great, let's be a purple dragon, fly around and set things on fire. That seems great.
Yeah.
But yeah, so much sword, so much stabs, so much of that stuff.
Yeah.
But still good. Like I'm glad I watched the conferences that I did. There's a lot of things I'm looking forward to playing. I just, it's getting harder for me to be surprised by anything, I think. So yeah. Any final thoughts, Josh, on our wrap up of showcases?
No, I would just mention, if anyone doesn't know, there's a PC Gamer Showcase, there's a Future Game Showcase. Those are two also, I would say, from games are shown, big showcases, because there's also like Cozy Games Showcase, which my wife watched. Women-led industry women-led game showcase, Latin game showcase, Indian game showcase. There's a ton of other game showcases out there.
Yeah.
But for ones that are probably showed stuff we didn't talk about that is unique to the shows, Future Gamer Showcase and PC Gamer Showcase had some some pretty good stuff.
I will say Day of the Devs I thought had some
Oh,
cool
and Day
things
of the
too.
Devs as well.
Yep,
Yes,
Day of the
thank you.
Devs also had some cool things.
Yeah, that was right after the Xbox.
It was right after it, yeah. So
Yeah.
there is a ton of cool things, a ton of places to see things. I mean, Josh, Trine 6. Come on.
I
Another game
know.
that's coming
I
out in
was like,
September.
holy crap, there's 6 of these.
There's so many Trine games. So many Trine games. But yeah, there is a ton of stuff there. I will say, and this is why I want to go back, especially watch like the Future Game Show and stuff, that when I've watched the smaller showcases lately, that's where I've had like the greatest, like, oh, that looks really cool.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah. So hopefully I'll go back and catch some of those. But I will say though, man, for all the hard things and all the challenges in the industry, there's a lot of really cool games coming in the not too far future.
Yes. Agreed.
So we are lucky as gamers. Now, can we afford to play them all? Well, do we have the time to play them all? That's the different story. So
very true.
All right, Josh, with that, let's wrap up the show, get out of here, get our fine listeners back on with their days. But we do want to give everyone a post-game celebration, something that we'd recommend to them. Josh, what is your recommendation this week?
More music.
Yeah.
Have you heard of the band Mother Mother?
I feel like here's what I will say. When you say that, I tie it to music, I think of the song Mother Mother. So
oh yeah, no.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say no, but I don't know if that's true, but I don't think so.
So this popped into my Spotify streaming stuff, and the first song that came up was this song called Hayloft, and it has like the opening riff of like Castlevania, which really caught my attention. But the band is nothing like that at all. They are very unique band. They're alternative rock, but it's like very unique with their songs, and their range is very wide as their songs are very are varied as far as like the content and the style. I kind of think of, I don't like Primus, but I think of Primus when I think of some types like their style of music. And it's hard to explain without just telling people to listen. And I say start with Hayloft is the song I would say to start with. And then they have a couple of songs I really like as well. Arms Tonight and shoot, there's a song that I really like, and I try to say it, and I know I'll say it wrong unless I'm reading it. Infinitesimal.
Oh yeah.
Infinitesimal, yeah. And that song is really good as well, but it's something that now Spotify keeps going like, hey, last week you were in the top 1% of Mother listeners. And I was like, yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay.
But I really like the music, and it's something for me that's outside of what I usually listen to. So that's my recommendation.
Well, that's awesome, Josh. You know, just because of your recommendation being music, I'm going to change my recommendation as well to a band that I've listened to before, but for whatever reason has just really been in my rotation. I've been listening to a ton, and that's the band The Warning.
Oh,
Josh,
yeah.
Are you a fan of The Warning?
I am, yes.
Yeah. So if you're not familiar, listener, The Warning is a rock band. They are three sisters from Mexico. And they play, I think, hard-ish rock, I guess would be the best way to put it. I think it's awesome that they're three sisters. B, like their music is great, but what I really like about them is they have, for me, my favorite album of theirs is their live album.
Okay.
And they have multiple like full concerts from like Pink Pop and other places like on YouTube, and their live shows are just so good.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for some more like, you know, if you're looking for a little bit heavier but still very accessible rock that is going to surprise you in some ways but still feel catchy in a lot of ways, I think The Warning is great. I don't know if this is true, but one like little fun thing I heard about them once is that part of the reason or part of the way that they fell in love with rock music was by playing Rock Band while they're growing up.
Really?
I don't know if that's fully true. I think I heard it somewhere and I was like, is that really true? So I looked it up, and I think it's like on their Wikipedia or something like that. So who knows if that's actually true? but it's true enough that people have repeated it, I guess. So don't
Yeah.
take this for certain. But I think they're great. Check them out. I'm a big fan. Like if we're looking for specific songs, oh man, probably "Hell You Call a Dream" is probably my favorite song from them.
Okay.
Their especially like their live version from the Pepsi Center. I think that's actually what their live album is. It's like live from Pepsi Center CDMX, I think is what it's called. Is really, really good. So "Hell You Call a Dream," great song, great band. Check out The Warning. They're awesome.
I saw them open for Skillet, who opened for Stone Sour.
Oh yeah, because they're like opening for Youngblood right now, I think, on tour.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but
is
that
what
was a
they're
long
doing right
time
now.
ago that I saw them.
So yeah. All right, Josh, what do you say we wrap this show up?
Sure. Thanks for joining us, everyone. As a reminder, you can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/boardwith3g, on Instagram at boardwith3g, and via email at, you guessed it, boardwithvg@gmail.com. Whatever podcast service you're listening to us on, we encourage you to give us a 5-star rating as it helps other people discover our podcast. And you can find me on all the places that I roam at Why Is So Serious. That's SIRRIUS. Kyle, where can people find you?
So you can find me on all the usual places: Instagram, PlayStation Network, Xbox Live, Board Game Geek, all at Cyclocross, CYCOCROSS. As always, if you have suggestions for future topics, be sure to reach out to us on the social media because we want to talk about what you want to hear about. And remember, everyone, whether it be board games or video games, never stop gaming.